YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Bag, man. What's going on, man? We are here, man. This day 2. You know what I'm saying? We got some more NFL preseason games, and we gotta tap in with the New England Patriots. They have a new regime, some old faces as well, but a new quarterback and Drake Maye, who was a rookie last year. You know, came on strong last year. Had some promise. They got some new weapons on the outside with Stephon Diggs. Their defense is supposed to be a lot better. We're going to look at their roster and see what they got. But first, I want to talk about the head coach that they got and Mike Vrabel that he missed out last year. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee let him go. I think he's a very, very good head coach. Got in a little scuffle a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? But he's a former player, so you know what I'm saying. It's training camp. Like I said, when football season is around and it's right around the corner, like, people blood, like, it gets to boiling, you know what I'm saying? It get a little tense, you know what I'm saying? You get amped up, you know what I'm saying? It's about that time, you dig? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't even, you know what I'm saying, trip off that, you know what I'm saying? He used to be a former player, he'd be all right. But I also want to speak on another coach, which is the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. he does well in this position, bro. You can't argue that. He might not be a good head coach. It might not be, you know what I'm saying, in his future or his, you know what I'm saying, destiny to be a head coach. But he is a hell of an offensive coordinator. So, you know what I'm saying. I'm curious to see how the offense is going to look. You know, with Stephon Diggs, do they have that other receiver to free up so he doesn't have to be double, you know what I'm saying, all the time? Put one over the top, a safety over the top, make it stressful for Stephon Diggs. Also, Stephon Diggs is coming off an injury. I think it's like a knee injury. So, you know what I'm saying, we got to see what he looks like. Also, Drake Maye. They didn't start him at first. They originally start Drake Maye at first. And then once, you know what I'm saying, things kind of start going downhill. And I think they had, their head coach last year was, I think Tim Hightower or something like that. And they got rid of him in like three games, bro. Like, he was a first-time head coach, black, by the way, and got rid of him in like three or four games. It was crazy. It was going downhill fast and very, very fast. And they end up getting a seasoned head coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go to race car because Mike Vrabel has proven in his league that he can win as a head coach for sure. So it has nothing to do with race. It's more so about, you know what I'm saying, experience. And they want to win. You know what I'm saying? New England wants to win again. They want to, you know what I'm saying, get back to them glory days, that time where they dominated. And I think they did find a quarterback in Drake Maye. Now, like I said, we got to look at the roster, look at type of weapons they have. You got to also look at the division they in. You know, the Bills is in that division. The Jets is sorry. And then you got the Dolphins. The Dolphins we don't know yet. I haven't even spoke about the Dolphins because the Dolphins is a team that they have weapons. People believe in Tua. I don't. But, you know what I'm saying, they've proven to win in the league. Now, I'm not saying they like a playoff team or they dominant, but they have proven to win games in the league. So you can't really, you know what I'm saying, base their team off the preseason. But New England, you know what I'm saying, they're up and coming. They haven't been, this new regime, this new era of the New England Patriots have not proven in the league that they can win. You know what I'm saying? Not with Drake Maye, at least. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm curious to see what they got, see the roster. Will Josh McDaniels, you know what I'm saying, make that offense, you know what I'm saying, pop again. Mike Vrabel is going to have these guys disciplined. You're not going to have as many penalties and stuff like that they had last year. They did boost up the offensive line in the draft as well. So let's go look at their pieces, man. We have the unofficial New England Patriots depth chart, which this is the depth chart they're going to be going into their preseason game with against who do they play? If I'm not mistaken, they play who? The Commanders. They play the Commanders. They play the Washington Commanders. So they got Stephon Diggs. Let's look at their receivers. Let's look at their weapons. Mac Hollins. You got Efon Chisholm III. Kayshawn. How you say your last name, bro? Boutte. Hopefully I said that right. Excuse me. Then on the opposite side, Demario Douglas, Kyle Williams, Javon Baker. Excuse me. Like I said, you got Kendrick Bourne. Okay, so out of all these names right here, I'm assuming that you might have their starting three receivers might be Stephon Diggs, maybe a Mac Hollins, Kendrick Bourne. These are the names that I know. You know, so all these other names that's on here is, you know, saying it's the preseason, so you got to try to work these guys in so we can see what they can do. Running backs, they got Stevenson, who's a very good. They got Antonio Gibson as well. I remember him from the Washington Commanders. Trayvon Henderson, like they have nice running backs. Running backs is cool. They got Joshua Dobbs on the team. Okay. Drake Maye, Joshua Dobbs, and the question is, if I'm Mike, I'm playing Drake Maye probably for a quarter at the most. I probably wouldn't play him for a half, but at a quarter for the most, because he's still young. He hasn't played that many games, and it's like if you watched how Cincinnati played yesterday, and Joe Burrow is a seasoned vet, they played them for 2 series and they look good. Okay, we got y'all. We seen y'all for 2 series. You know what y'all can do. This is what y'all look like. Y'all in regular season form. Y'all can come on out the game. I think your best bet, if y'all really want to have a good season, you're the New England Patriots, you want to get Drake Maye into regular season form by the preseason. At least by like the 3rd preseason game, it should be, you know, so he should be looking like how he you know, saying would look in the regular season, and things should be clicking. Y'all should be trying to get things clicking as soon as possible, in my opinion. Especially if you're a young team and you're unproven, I wouldn't play it safe. You know what I'm saying? Playing it safe is, you know what I'm saying, resting everybody. You know, like Stephon Diggs, he might not have to play this first game, you know what I'm saying? But if you serious, you know what I'm saying, you want to get that chemistry down, like I said, you should at least play the first quarter and see what type of chemistry y'all do have in a game setting with Stephon Diggs, because that's y'all number 1 wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got Kendrick Bourne is a nice piece, and that's and maybe Mac Hollins, but like I said, they gotta find this receiving core. Like, this receiving core is, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's not like it's not good, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They might have a gem though. That's what the preseason is for though. You know what I'm saying? This is what the preseason is for. They might have a gem somewhere, so they gotta get these guys on the field. Let's look at the defense. I think this will be a defensive team, in my opinion. And you might not know the names, but the Patriots always seem to have a decent defense, bro. They just do, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at the outside linebackers. I don't know none of these guys, bro. I might have to. I don't. Carlton Davis, I know for sure. Carlton Davis is a dog at corner. That's a nice pickup for them. Jabril Peppers is a nice safety, of course, out of Michigan. That's about it from what I'm seeing. Like, there's no marquee names on here that's like a dog, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You got to go make your name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go as a defensive unit and as an individual, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen Jabril Peppers make plays, bro. As a corner, as a safety, I've seen him make plays. I've seen Carlton Davis make plays with Tampa Bay with who was he playing with last year? I can't remember. I know it was a game that he was playing against Mike Evans, and he was, you know what I'm saying, he was holding his own. I think he played for the Rams last year, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. I think he played for the Rams last year. So, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on these guys. But it's like, when you have a team like this, the preseason is so important, because you got to get these guys on the field. I know everybody like, well, how many get hurt? They get injured. They're going to get hurt or injured in the regular season as well. So, it's just like, I'm not saying put them out there and have them out there for the whole game. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you gotta get these guys reps so you can see what you have, and especially on the offensive side of the ball, because we seen flashes of Drake Maye. We seen a couple good games of Drake Maye. We haven't seen him put together a season. We haven't seen him, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams type of season, where what I mean is he didn't play all 16 games, you know what I'm saying? He missed a lot of, like, almost half the season, and they had to like take Everborough out to put him in. It's just like, I just don't know about Drake Maye, to keep it a bean. I just don't know, you know what I'm saying? So if you could have a, you know what I'm saying, 2 series, maybe a quarter, and he just looks solid, bro. I ain't saying you gotta throw 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, but just look solid, you know what I'm saying, for the first preseason game, because your second and third, you know what I'm saying, that's because it's only 3. all these games start to become more important, because especially for the guys that's trying to make the team, but the guys that need to solidify themselves in the league. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the comment button if you got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss when I drop. Yeah, man, we're gonna tune into that Patriots and Commanders game just to see, you know what I'm saying, Drake Maye. And we're gonna tune into that Atlanta game as well. I think they play the Lions, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or they play somebody. I think they do play the Lions. I wanna see Michael Penix Jr.